If American history were a Netflix series, Donald Trump would be that side character who shows up once, steals the spotlight, and suddenly, against all odds, gets a 5-season spin-off nobody saw coming. And here's the twist. Unlike most spin-offs, this one didn't let you decide whether to watch. Nope, you were dragged along, popcorn or not. Today, we're not just looking at Trump as a politician. We're looking at him as a historical phenomenon, a mix of businessman, reality TV star, tabloid magnate, and yes, the 45th President of the United States. Think part Andrew Jackson, part P.T. Barnum, and part Twitter algorithm that escaped its cage and refused to log off. Donald John Trump was born in Queens, New York in 1946. His father, Fred Trump, was already a wealthy real estate developer, so no, Donald didn't exactly start from scratch. Let's be honest, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. It was more like a golden elevator in his living room. And if you squint hard enough, you can probably see that elevator in every metaphor about his career. It was branding. Very early, Trump discovered something. Buildings are just buildings. Hotels are just hotels. But if you slap Trump in big shiny letters on top of them, suddenly you're not selling square footage. You're selling an identity. Trump Tower wasn't just an address. It was a logo, a brand, a personality cult in concrete and glass. Now, America has had tycoons before. Rockefeller gave us oil. Carnegie gave us steel. Vanderbilt gave us railroads. Trump gave us casinos, golf courses, hotels, and a so-called university that aged about as well as milk left in the sun. Oh, and let's not forget Trump Steaks, a product that proved even billionaires can fail at selling beef. Somewhere out there, a cow is still offended. Through the 80s and 90s, Trump was a tabloid darling. His divorces, his skyscrapers, his bankruptcies, they were all front-page drama. For most billionaires, bankruptcy is a scarlet letter. For Trump, it was just Tuesday. He treated financial collapse the way most people treat losing an umbrella. Mildly inconvenient, but hey, buy another one. And then came the 2000s, reinvention time. Trump moved into reality television. The Apprentice turned him into a household name. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became so iconic that people almost forgot he had been bankrupt repeatedly. It's amazing what good lighting and dramatic music can do. Ronald Reagan made the leap from Hollywood to the White House. Trump? He went from firing Gary Busey on NBC to firing cabinet members on Twitter. Same energy, different stage. The Roman emperors had the Colosseum. Trump had primetime NBC. Later, he had 280 characters. Imagine Julius Caesar tweeting, "Crossing the Rubicon. Sad." History might have gone very differently. Fast forward to 2015. Trump comes down that golden escalator, yes, the one in his tower, and announces he's running for president. The reaction was pure disbelief. The media said it's a publicity stunt. Political scientists said this will last about as long as a TikTok dance trend. Republican Party leaders said, oh no, he's serious. But Trump knew something they didn't. He understood that politics had become entertainment. And entertainment? That was his native language. His rallies didn't feel like political events, they felt like rock concerts. There were merch stands, hats, chants, and crowds who came not just to hear policy, but to be part of the show. Historically, America had populists before. Andrew Jackson in the 1820s claimed to fight for the common man against the elites. The difference? Andrew fought duels. Trump fought Twitter wars. Same rage, fewer pistols, more hashtags. 2016 arrived. Against every prediction, every poll, and every late-night monologue, Trump won. Journalists gasped. Pollsters hid under their desks. Hillary Clinton had to update her resume. And so began 4 years that future historians will probably summarize with one phrase. Well, that happened. There were trade wars, Twitter wars, actual wars narrowly avoided, and bizarre meetings with Kim Jong-un that looked like deleted scenes from House of Cards. Every president has had a unique way of reaching the people. Franklin Roosevelt had fireside chats on radio. John F. Kennedy mastered television. Barack Obama served social media. Trump? He had all-caps tweets at 3 in the morning. You could practically hear the caffeine dripping through the punctuation. Domestically, he pushed tax cuts, immigration bans, and of course the red hat slogan, "Make America Great Again." Internationally, he shook NATO, slapped tariffs on China, and became the first American president to meet a North Korean dictator face-to-face. Better a handshake than a button push, I suppose. And then came the impeachments, plural. Before Trump, only Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton had been impeached. Trump got 2 in a single term. That's not history repeating itself. That's history binge-watching itself on Netflix. And then 2020 arrived like a freight train. A pandemic, a crashing economy, an election that felt like a never-ending TV miniseries, lawsuits, recounts, claims of fraud, and finally, January 6th. Depending on which cable channel you watched, it was either the defense of democracy or the end of democracy. Either way, it was chaos, and the world couldn't look away. When Trump finally left office, he didn't fade quietly into the background. No, he didn't go paint portraits like George W. Bush. He didn't go build a library like Obama. Instead, he kept holding rallies. He teased comebacks, and he started collecting court cases like they were Pokemon cards. Gotta catch 'em all! Fun history fact, Grover Cleveland is the only president who lost re-election, then came back 4 years later to win again. Trump definitely has that taped to his vision board, right next to new golf resort and lawsuit number 57. So where does Donald Trump fit in American history? Love him or hate him, he changed the game. He blurred the line between government and entertainment. He made Twitter as central to the presidency as Air Force One. 100 years from now, historians will still argue, was he a transformative leader, a disruptor, a cautionary tale, or just America's strangest reality show experiment? But one thing's for sure, Donald Trump made history feel less like a dusty textbook and more like a season finale you couldn't stop watching. And as Trump himself might say, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, or you're fired.